Hey guys, welcome to a segment of the Grind Never Stops podcast. This is your only host, DJ Joe, and again, I told you guys if you want to join my podcast as a co host or as a guest, or you want to help us with the blogs or with our recording of episode, and you have knowledge in the NBA, NFL, NHL, and the Major League Baseball, you are welcome. You can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and it's a Grind Never Stops podcast, and you can message me on these platforms. So, as you guys all know, we're going to continue previewing every National Football League team before the season starts, which is next Thursday on at TNF, as the Cowboys will visit the defending champs, the Buccaneers, for week one. And we already did the Saints, we did the Packers, and most recently we did the What About Them Cowboys preview. And in this episode, as everyone's been waiting for, is the fins up, but it might be fins down. We don't know, but it's the Miami Dolphins NFL preview. As you guys all know, this season they added a game to the season. So instead of playing 16, they will be playing 17. And the record last season was a surprising 10-6, because remember, the season before they were garbage. But guys, everyone you meet that follows football fell asleep on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins made these guys who underappreciated them, made them pay last season. And who knows, maybe this season they can surprise even more by winning the Super Bowl this year. And I always made jokes about the Miami Dolphins, but I think this year they might have the roster that they have. And I'm not saying that they have the roster to win, but they have the potential to have a winning system. Because let's talk about the offense. Because regardless of their formation, it all starts from the offensive line and the tight ends. They confuse you with the number of blockers to block a certain player, which means that they can set 1 to 2 blockers on one guy. Then you have a 6 football quarterback meister in Tua Tagovailoa. And everyone thinks that that's a high rating for that quarterback. But I think this year he can get it done because he can actually do everything, which nobody knows. And he does have an inconsistent injury history. And which means, dude, stay fucking healthy. That's what it means. Because now, remember, small quarterbacks can play in the NFL. And it's your skills that's important. Because if Tua gets injured, you do have insurance policy backup quarterback in which the Cowboys do not have. And the Dolphins do have in Jacoby Brissett. He has above average mobility that's effective on bootleg play fakes. But the only thing he needs to work, gentlemen, is his accuracy. Okay, so now let's talk wide receivers. So they have Devontae Parker, who can basically beat man coverage, and if you dare, he has good damn speed, which not a lot of wide receivers. There's a bunch, but not a lot have the speed that Parker has, because he's emerged as the first option in basketball, in which is the go-to guy now. And the problem is, if you double him against the pass, Tua has a great sidekick in the wide receiver slot named Jalen Waddle. He's small at 5'10", but he's mostly a deep threat, and that is good news for Miami. But now let's talk. The most talked category in the NFL is defense, because as Ray Lewis said, defense wins championships. So on the defensive end, the Miami Dolphins on the defensive end, overall, they're a sleeper team. Because the front seven doesn't do much on the trenches, but you have to notice the outside quarterbacks left and right from Byron Jones and Yavin Howard, they are great defensive boards on paper. But when you insert Jason McCourty, who last played for the Patriots last season, who are a mess, in which we will talk about the Patriots on our next episode. So Jason McCourty makes their quarterback scared to throw the ball downfield. As a result, the Miami Dolphins had 3 shutdown corners, and that is good news for Miami. But we need to see if their defense will be good as their offense, because it doesn't matter if you have Tom Brady, Randy Moss. It's the defense, because remember when the Patriots played the New York Giants when they were undefeated the whole season up until the Super Bowl. You knew that it does not matter if you have Brady, if you have Randy Moss. It's the defense that will get you the championship. But according to my opinion, I really think the Miami Dolphins have the potential to win 14 games. And people think that I'm crazy, or people think the Dolphin fans are crazy, but 14 games is a potential winning number. Because as of right now, I think the Dolphins will win 10 games, 11 games, but the potential that they have, and we'll see after week 1, we'll see how they're going to play. But the Dolphins, I think they could win 14 games this season. Because again, the Dolphins will surprise a lot of people. And if they win the Super Bowl, that's going to be great for the city of Miami. And that will make people think that you don't need to have a Patrick Mahomes to win. You don't need to have a Ezekiel Elliott to win. And that's what the Miami have. They have a bunch of people that play the roles and that can get it done. And we will see about that. But that's it for this short segment of the Grind Never Stops podcast. This is your host, DJ Joe, and this was a segment of the Miami Dolphins NFL season preview. Don't forget to smash the like, smash that subscribe button, and help us get to 300 subs, as we have 265. So thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Grind Never Stops. This is your host, DJ Joe, signing out. Mamba